Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Forbidden West, where last episode we secured the pass for Kotallo's new arm and returned to base to give him time to assemble it, speaking with Val and then Zoe, who was ready to resume her quest as we set out to heal the land gods. With Aloy dealing with the ones that travelled furthest afield, we applied the reboot code to sow tea and dough to complete the second verse and hopefully revitalise the area around Plainsong. Right, Mr. New Quest, it's there. Well, we got to finish off this quest first of all, right? Yeah? We actually have finished it? It's actually done. That was its completion. But I'm supposed to kind of go back. I still haven't spoken to Beta yet. I should probably check this out before I forget that it's here now that it's appeared yet again in a place we haven't been. Or we haven't been for a while. Or a place that we thought was cleared. Never mind. I'm dumb. I forget about this all the time. I meant, I really wanted to get this chest really badly. Super bad. You can hear this chorus all over the land. How long's the reboot sequence then? Will these people think it's so beautiful when they go to sleep tonight? And they're still that loud? Quiet out there, you nice things that we need to survive. Who do you think you are? Blooping around that loud. Job done. Actual strike pieces to buy. No, I don't want to sell my strike pieces. Don't be silly. I do want to buy some more fast travel packs. Because let's face it, always good. Uses a fair bit of shards, I guess, but
I thank you for your trade.
I like getting around. Who'd have guessed? Alright, so this quest, whatever it is, who is it with?
Hey, Aloy. I hear you've been making quite the impression on the clan lands. Saving the desert clan from itself, forcing the commander Takote out of hiding, defending the grove from Regala.
I didn't do it alone.
The humble words of a true warrior.
Is something wrong?
No. Yes. There's this song I want to play, one of my own making, but it's hopeless. I'm just never going to get the sound right.
What makes you say that?
Back in the Clanlands, the Sky Clan built instruments that cast sound to sky and across the mountains. They use long-leg throats to make them bellow with the sound of metal. It's how they communicate between villages. Combining that sound with the Utarus would create a melody unlike anyone's ever heard before. But I won't be hunting for any long legs anytime soon.
For now, you should try the Metal Weaver again. They might have some new piece you can use.
Right.
This song means a lot to him, doesn't it?
It does, which is why I'm getting him that machine part. It'll be a surprise. The Utaru say that's the best way to receive a gift.
Is there a long leg around here?
As it happens, one has been troubling some villages southwest of here. You be doing me and Plainsong a favor by getting rid of it. Interested?
Maybe.
Sure thing.
I didn't think the Tenakth cared much about gifts.
When I first moved here, I remember some days were more difficult than others. But I came to embrace the life I found here, and I don't see why I can't help Korreh do the same.
He's lucky to have you. Tell me more about this long leg.
It's a particularly nasty one. Looks different too. Tainted like the lands around here used to be. It protects a group of machines that overran a small outpost southwest of Plainsong. Its call is easy enough to track, but if it spots us, it'll call reinforcements faster than you can draw your bow. Take it out with the rest of those machines though. Plainsong has one less problem to deal with and Korreh gets to play his melody. Victory for all.
If I make my way down there, I'd like to help.
I appreciate that. I'll head southwest and see if I can pick up a trail.
The music in metal. It's not a quest, it is an errand. Right. That is kind of where we've somewhat recently been. It was where we were doing another thing. Shall I go to this campfire then? Makes sense to me. We are facing the correct direction. By the way, I haven't saved in like 10 billion years. So, this mother thing, I literally have not saved today. So it's probably a good idea for me to do so. Just, you know, one full save is never a bad idea. Okay, this ain't too far away. Kind of interrupting with my other plans of things to do. I was like, yeah, let's take all the bandit camps. What? What's that noise about?
She's resistant to shock.
Who are they fighting? Jaxx, then, I take it. Jaxx is having a bad day. Cool, I'm giving him opening here.
Aloy, nice of you to join me.
Thought you could use the backup.
Thank you. Now let's finish this. Here, Aloy, ammo.
No! Don't mind me. Just dealing with the dangers. Thanks for the arrows. So a few things around it. Silly pods. You definitely hear the nearby machines, can't you?
You okay?
You arrived not a moment too soon, Huntress. I thought I heard a Longleg's call, so I hastened to follow, but I was caught unaware by these machines instead. There it is again.
Let's go find it.
It's a weird way you're looking at me there, Jaxx. It's never good when someone gives you side eye like that. Soundwise is right there.
Sounds like our long legs at the top of that cliff.
Ah, so that's what that's for.
Oh, looks like we're climbing.
We'll make quick work of it. This reminds me of my early days as a veteran. Always running off to hunt in the wilds. As far away from Plainsong as possible.
What changed?
I saw my first Utaru students become fighters worthy of any Tanakh clan. I felt useful, like I belonged. And so Plainsong became home.
I'm sure Korreh will find his place too.
I hope so.
Civilization is just trying to get to the actual top is a bit of a thing.
Almost there. It sounds like that long leg isn't alone up there.
I'm afraid you might be right. There's our long leg. And the Utaru fell. It might be best to silence it before it can call reinforcements.
Well, I'm being an apex, but you're just saying for me to shoot that and remove it. Alright? That I can do. After that is when the fun begins, but...
We're in trouble.
What? I took away your antenna! Yeah, I know they're on me. That's why I'm running this way. Wait, they're on you now.
Ammo for you, Huntress.
Hee hee.
Corroding its armor.
Hi! Don't worry, I practice. Super active phytophage. Okay, that's the wrong power. Never mind.
Pain subsided.
Maybe power shots adds to that too.
Wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have no clue what you did to me, but it's annoying. Let me just jump across these rocks and hopefully be okay.
Huntress, we still need to rid the plains of these machines.
Yeah. What's your shot? Okay, never mind. May have been a bit too of a hopeful shot. I've already shot one of your canisters then by looking at it. Really should have got that hit on. I don't like these things. Very fast, very aggressive. And they seemingly don't like to give me a lot of space. I'm resting on the job here, Jaxx. I mean, a bit busy.
Shake it off, Huntress.
Tell me to shake it off when I'm in the middle of all these clouds of gas and you shake it off instead of getting knocked down every 2 seconds. What about that, you know? How about that?
Give it a rest first till I get my stamina back.
Wait a second, is that just the covering for the acid canister with the acid canister dead? Wait, were they all apexes?
Now we salvage the part we came for.
Oh. They were all apexes. Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Care to show me our prize, Huntress?
Here you go. Do you want to go somewhere where I can talk to you? Preferably.
Many thanks, Aloy. Without you, I might have been in trouble. Why don't you take that piece to Korreh for me? The villagers felled by these machines need to have their seeds buried properly first.
Are you sure?
Tell Korreh I better be the first to hear that song of his when I return.
Well, mission complete. Very rough and ready fight, though. That job done. Right, before I head straight back, considering that's there, let's just hit that up. Yeah, that knocked off the map. And we'll give Korreh his musical instrument. I need to mark that to be able to actually see it. There we go. Farewell, the end of another stupid flare.
Cutter's working.
No monsters in here, right? Well, that was for a data log. Blast from the past. Worst thing about the end times is the waiting. Been here for 3 weeks just digging in for the last stand. Can't sleep and access to the holonet or whatever's left of it has been shit. Suffice it to say that my third most powerful feeling right now after terror and anxiety is ass-numbing boredom. So we're setting up a missile battery in what used to be someone's backyard, and during a break we have coffee in their old basement. That's when I look down and see an old black mat under my feet and realise it's a 30s era force pad. Everyone in my unit makes fun of me for being old, but once I showed them how to use that thing, they were grateful for my ancient wisdom. Hooked it up to a generator, and next thing you know, we were playing Force Launch, Force Volley, Force Blast, all the early Holo games my brother crushed me at when I was like 7. Only this time it was me spanking the youngsters. The look on Alvarez's face when I dunked a Holo bomb in his 23-year-old cranium was priceless. Who you calling Granny now, son? For an hour, the terror and anxiety and boredom were gone. It's good to be young again, instead of just another old soldier waiting to die. Ye oldie game console, eh? Am I old enough yet to back in my day, people? I do wonder. Wonder where Korreh's at. Center's supposedly a Plainsong, but could be up, down, anywhere.
So, are you there? I'm in Plainsong and it's amazing. It's just like you said, the fields are back in bloom.
And we have you to thank for it. If you hadn't come along, the Utaru would still be starving, under siege by machines.
I'm just glad it worked out.
Yes. First Plainsong. Next, the world.
That's some quick plant turnover. But no one's moping anymore. Everyone's back to work. More to the point, they can. It's not completely out of their, worried about the coughing. Out of their control anymore.
Korreh.
Aloy? I thought you had left Plainsong.
Well, I thought about it, but then I'd have to carry this long leg throat all by myself.
You found
Jaxx did.
that old man?
Can still hear perfectly fine. So let's hear it.
I'm gonna need some help. Aloy, can you take this to the workbench, please? You won't have to do much, I promise. You'll see a wide cavity on the instrument. That piece should fit right in.
I swear I assembled it completely wrong.
Aloy, let us see your handiwork.
I think it's good to go.
song of two peoples indeed.
Thank you, Aloy. My debt to you seems to only grow.
Hearing that was payment enough.
That may be, but you should at least take this. You deserve it.
May the wings of the Ten hearten your step.
Hey! Some more circulators. And most importantly, a happy Korreh!
I specialize in your survival.
Right, let's just head out into the fields just for a second to see it actually. Well, yeah, you can already see just from slightly over the thing. Green.
Aloy, Plainsong is always open to you.
We talked about this.
Green, green, green. And you can hear the music from miles away. My goodness. And this is the whole point of it attaching the long leg neck after all. There we go. We healed the place. Took us a while. We got it done. Okay, back to base because we still have a little bit of talking at the place if I'm running sane. Let's go from this approach. We still haven't spoken to Beta. And maybe Zoe has a little bit more dialogue too. But then we can kind of like branch off a little bit more. Oh wait, you're saying this one's way better?
Snow clouds.
Okay, we should always warp to this one. We don't have to do any climbing. Zoe supposedly doesn't have more to talk. Nope, actually Zoe does.
You're back. Good. Before we talk, I wanted to give you this. For helping me heal the land gods. Plainsong is in your debt.
Thank you, Zoe.
You deserve much more for all you've done. May the land always bloom in your steps.
And yours? I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling. To know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
How'd it go with the chorus after we fixed the land gods?
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head. But of course they had no choice but to take it as good news, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was exposed as rot. To be honest, I found the conversation to be highly enjoyable.
I'm glad. You deserve it. They're lucky that you never gave up on saving them.
The cathartic takes to victory, eh?
I better go now.
Be careful.
Obtain the Utharo Warden. I'm assuming that is an epic armor. Right. Supposedly a new room was opened up not too long ago as well, but I have no clue where. It was downstairs, but as you can see, I have trouble finding the downstairs. More often than not anyway, from sight. That's an exit. Downstairs here. I wish it was more obviously labelled. So it's supposedly next to the server room, wasn't it? She's your room. Unless it was weirdly one of the other rooms. But I thought I opened all that. You mean over here?
Always locked?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay. Looks like a power cell could fit here.
Not very locked, is it? Thievery!
The vault. Is that another room in the facility?
I've got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family. they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Wondering when this transmission's gonna cut off.
Okay, the console has power now. From the looks of this data, Festus has been trying to hack into the repair bay. Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
All this time it's been trying some more. It's data point 4 within one list. Which list is that? This one. Firewall countermeasured, intrusion denied. It's trying. And so one of these there must be like another room that's your room here? I mean, we kind of came through this area ourselves before. So Beta and Gaia are chatting too. What are you up to? If you'll talk to me.
Hi. I'm back. What do you want to know? So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators? Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back. It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later. Yeah, sure.
Oh, every time. We boosted up a little bit more around the place.
Use their focuses to send all kinds of messages back.
So that means we move on, finally.
All over the world, too. Anytime they want it.
So I'm thinking... Well, we should maybe get a game of Strike It as well, but I was thinking of finally cutting out a lot of these random bits down here and saying, like, well, this is an area that's feasible for us to go from right to left on and actually clear everything out. Feasible, but we'll see how exactly well that works. We don't necessarily need to get up here. If I could get on a fast mount, I could get around pretty fast. Let's see how things work out.
Right behind you.
Hi? Did you... Stella? What are you doing here? Stella? Explain? I missed that because of you. Weird then, my left finger just went really weird while I was firing away. Oh man, what a miss. I'd love to, Della, but you see, I keep getting shot at every time I try to selfie. I just walked here expecting to just, you know, mind my own business. But it turned out you got into some kind of weird hell's place. So if you could avoid getting me into a fight where I might die in, that'd be great. What are you doing here? Oh, Della's just out here in the middle of nowhere? Was the new arm sorted for Kotallo? Well, we haven't actually found out that yet. We're supposed to wait.
Many times over.
I'm confused. I'm confused about everything that's happening in this location. Why are there guys